All right, pulling up the end of day shit. So he pushed out a little bit above the net implied move, ended up closing below it, slightly, pinned to 69.50. And the delta at that strike, which makes me think that positioning between 69.50, 69.75 is still pretty thin, which means positioning under 69.50 is probably still pretty thin as well. Um, Given this is rejected off of the 69.94 resistance to the upside on ES, I would say a pullback towards VWAP, and then failure of VWAP opens up a downside move back to last week's close. Dollar moved down sharply today. There's still speculation that the Fed is going to intervene on the yen with alongside Bank of Japan, which is still driving USD JPY down, pushing the dollar down sharply. Bitcoin bounced back a little bit. Yields at the top end of the curve fell. Looks like there was quite a bit of bond buying. Commodities rose. Obviously, gold up 1.41%. Silver down from its highs, but still up 4.8 on the day. Copper falling and oil falling as well, but holding above $60 a barrel. Correlation started to turn up. Core 1 month at about 7.59, historically very low. Core 3 months starting to rise, so that downside demand is still there. It's still persistent. No bond volatility to speak of, but leverage on the carry trade falling back below 10x for the first time since the beginning of this month. Leverage on the front end falling sharply, forward yield on vol rising. The net on silver down to 0.9 versus the P&L of the carry, which is at negative 48 for the day, but overall cost to carry 17.84, negative 17.84% on cumulative leverage. Skew turned up a little bit Friday. No big deal there. Looks like 20-day movers fell off a bit Friday. Those probably snapped back. But 50-day and 200-day moving average S&P components both fell in line Friday. Those probably are kind of flat today. Breadth didn't look particularly good. I think Russell fell. Dow did all right. Fed fund futures, nothing interesting. 210, negative 1.58% on the day. SOFR, even with IOR, but 3.65%. And we got a little bit more vol shorting coming off of the drop in correlation that we saw on Friday. It continued down today. So vol shorts moving in on this move up. Leverage, pretty flat. Not a lot of changes there. And then take a look at sectors. Kind of looks like everything did pretty well today. Most things bouncing. Oh, wait, no, that's year to date. Sorry. Yeah, everything still did pretty well. A lot of sectors flat, but health tech bouncing back. Obviously, tech services and some of electronic technology running as we approach the Apple, Microsoft, Meta earnings. We're getting a bit of dispersion there, but Tesla underperforming, probably not very good expectations for their earnings, and some financials bouncing back after kind of a rough week last week. On the technical side of things, we pushed up above the 20-day moving average and above the 69.45 level where we closed. We still haven't retested this failed trend back here. But might not matter so much anymore. The only upside resistance at this point is the all-time high. If we fall back below the 20 MA, that might be a signal that things are getting kind of bearish again. We did fill the upside gap that was open from last week. So now that that's filled, and we did kind of fail a bit into close, we may continue down, but we do have FOMC in the middle of this week and tech earnings in the back of this week, which are probably going to dictate S&P performance for the rest of the week, more so than any kind of positioning shift. Ooh, silver's still dumping. Still looks dumpy as fuck. Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.